Good evening, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me here at the First Alert Desk. My name's Karli Barnett. We want to give you a look at some of the stories that we are following for your Saturday. This, as we prepare for the holiday weekend, we have our crews headed out, and later on tonight, if you want to join us at 8 o'clock, First Alert meteorologist Cutter Martin is going to have your forecast. Keep in mind, we do have a First Alert for Christmas Day for Monday, so you'll definitely want to tune in for that, and you can also ask him your weather questions, so stay tuned tonight for 8 o'clock. You can also join us tonight. I haven't said this in a long time. You can join us at 6 p.m. on CBS. You could join us at 10 on Peachtree TV, and then 11 back on CBS. It seems like it's been a very long time since we have had a newscast at 6 o'clock, so we look forward to joining you, having you join us then. We're going to dive right into some of our top stories today. This is just sad news during any time, but particularly sad news ahead of the holidays. We have learned that 2 people have died after a fire in Atlanta. We have some video here of the scene. This took place this morning. So here's what we know. Just after midnight, around 12:12 in the morning, in fact, Atlanta Fire Rescue was sent to 1800 Willis Mill Road Northeast. That was after reports of a residential fire with possible entrapment. When they got there, firefighters were informed by 2 residents that there were occupants still in the home, and responding firefighters went inside. They were able to get 1 woman out and performed CPR until Grady arrived for transport. Firefighters were able to get out another victim, an elderly man, and rendered medical care until Grady EMS arrived for transport there as well. During a secondary search of the home, that is when firefighters located a deceased victim in a front bedroom. Overall, 2 female victims died as a result of the fire. At this point, it's still unclear if the female that was transported to Grady Hospital was one of those victims. Atlanta Fire Rescue has not specified that. We are hoping to get a little bit more information. Our reporter Joshua Skinner is headed to the scene. He's going to have a live report for us tonight at 6, but in the meantime, we do know this took place shortly after midnight. Unfortunately, 2 people are deceased as a result of this fire, but Atlanta Fire Rescue is still investigating. There are still no word on what may have caused the fire at this point tonight, but we will keep you updated both on air and online. Like I said, this is just terrible news to have to report, particularly ahead of the holidays. Something that we want to keep an eye out for right now is there is a missing child that DeKalb County Police want you to be on the lookout for. I'm going to bring up her picture right here, and let me scroll a little bit so you can see her a little better. All right, DeKalb County Police asking for help looking for a missing 12-year-old. Molly, whose last name was not shared, was last seen leaving her home near 2000 North Decatur Road yesterday. She's 5'1". She has brown eyes and blonde hair and was last seen wearing a blue parka. Now, if you see her, police ask that you call 911, or you can also call 770-724-7710. I'll give you that number again, 770-724-7710, or of course you can call 911. DeKalb County Police have not released too much information other than that. We do know she's only 12 years old, was last seen leaving her home. This was on North Decatur Road yesterday and has not been seen since. So if you know anything, if you've seen her, if you know where she could be, you are urged to call investigators. Of course, her loved ones certainly concerned about her whereabouts today. This next story is one that we have been following this week, and unfortunately, it may seem like deja vu all over again, so to speak, because it was on Wednesday, early morning hours Wednesday, that another fire happened under Cheshire Bridge Road. Now, this isn't in the exact same spot as the previous fire that happened in 2021, but it's only about a quarter of a mile away. You may have seen in our coverage, we spoke to people who live, who work in the area, who say that they have had to make several different calls to 911, even 311, regarding fires that they see being set underneath this bridge. And the previous repair of the fire that took place in 2021 took almost 2 years. That happened over the course of 20 months. So certainly businesses in the area would like to see this fixed in a timely manner. As it stands today, this is a busy stretch of road, and it's still closed. At this point, we have learned from ATL DOT that they are examining the structural integrity of this bridge before they're going to allow cars to head back over there. So we were out there last night. Just wanted to give you an update on where things stand. But Mayor Andre Dickens, Atlanta Mayor Andre Dickens, says that he and council intend to take some kind of action. It's unclear what exactly that action will be. He mentioned possibly citing people for trespassing that live under these bridges, but nothing has been decided for sure. So I want to play that story for you now to kind of get you caught up with where things stand at Cheshire Bridge Road, because we've been reading your social media comments. We've been seeing a lot of chatter about how this could be happening again after such a destructive fire the first time around. Now, it's important to note the exact cause of this latest fire still is yet to be determined, but officials do say, at least in their preliminary investigation, it does appear that it was caused by someone or a group of people trying to keep warm. So we'll play that story for you now. A bird's eye view of Cheshire Bridge Road Friday. It remains closed to all cars indefinitely until an engineer determines if it's safe. The stretch between Faulkner Road and Piedmont Avenue has been blocked since early Wednesday when a fire underneath erupted, causing potential structural damage.
Policy decisions are going to be made around whether we allow or disallow anybody to ever go up under a bridge to live, and so consider that trespassing. But we got to have options for people to go to.
Atlanta Mayor Andre Dickens says council plans to take action.
We don't want any more fires under bridges, and we don't want anyone living out on the street. So what we have to do is continue to build for these solutions.
Only a quarter of a mile away from this fire, a part of Cheshire Bridge Road was repaired from another fire in 2021 when a fire at a homeless encampment got out of control.
Hopefully they will take this seriously again.
Jeff Cohen is owner of nearby business Buckhead Vacuums and says it's an ongoing issue. His security cameras captured the blaze.
It's not going to get any better until they address that, enforce what they said they were going to do, and make it a reality.
It's a matter close to Elizabeth Omalami's heart, CEO of Hosea Helps.
We'll bring them in for a hot meal. We'll take on our truck for a hot cup of soup. We'll take winter clothing and blankets out into these encampments.
She believes the ultimate solution is more affordable housing, not citations.
They don't need to be criminalized.
But in the meantime, says they will assist as many as they can.
So if they can't get here by MARTA, our trucks go to these encampments to pass out food. So tell the truck driver, look, I'm ready to come in off the street.
A bird's eye view of Cheshire Bridge. Now, if you'd like a little bit more information, if you go to atlantanewsfirst.com, you can find this story, and in there we have the number 4, Hosea Helps. Speaking with Mrs. Omalami, she says that as long as you keep calling until you can get someone on the phone, they will know to try to prepare for your arrival if you or someone you know may be in need of some assistance. We also have some resources there for the city of Atlanta. They have launched their Rapid Housing Initiative. They have launched their Housing Help Center. We have links to those there as well. We understand that there just may be people that are in need of just a little extra help right now. We were going to continue to monitor this story. Again, as far as the status of the bridge goes, that is still closed indefinitely. No word on when that will reopen to traffic, but we will let you know as soon as we know that information. The latest from ATL DOT saying that they are working with various different agencies in a coordinated effort to try to get this done as quickly as possible. But of course, they just want to determine that it is safe before they proceed any further. As well as any potential action that mayor and council take, we will keep you updated on that as well. As we've heard from business owner Jeff Cohen there, this is something that at least he's been waiting for, and other business owners, he says, on Cheshire Bridge Road for quite some time. Just some sort of preventative action to keep these potentially dangerous fires from happening in the first place and getting out of control. All right, I know I've given you some heavy news stories here, so It is the holiday weekend, of course, so we want to talk holiday shopping. Are you a last minute shopper? I am not. I am too much of a planner for that. But in speaking with some of my colleagues, I have learned that there are some last minute shoppers out there. In fact, there's even some Christmas Eve shoppers out there. But I would say certainly the Saturday ahead of Christmas is 2 days in advance. I would say that qualifies as last minute. So our reporter Bridget Spencer, she spoke to some super Saturday shoppers at Lenox today about what they were looking for this year and what they're hoping to share with their loved ones. So I'll play that story for you now.
Ready, set, shop.
Just looking for mainly just last minute gifts. Had some people close to me mention they wanted some UGG stuff.
That was the mood at Lenox Square Mall on what retail experts call Super Saturday, the Saturday right before Christmas.
It's not Christmas unless we come out to Lenox, enjoy shopping with the family, getting last minute gifts, but also just feeling the spirit of Christmas.
Mignon Allen admits she's a last minute shopper. She often shops online, but says there's nothing like coming into the mall.
I enjoy, getting all of my things that are really important early that might have to come from far away, but also I like to come directly into the mall and get the touch and feel and see the deals.
Well, she's not alone. According to the National Retail Federation, nearly 142 million people were expected to shop on Super Saturday. And with it falling so close to Christmas, many are buying in person.
Obviously, you can't order online anymore and get it in for Christmas, so you really have to come into the mall to get anything that you need, especially those last-minute stocking stuffers.
Etta Knox is spending the day shopping with her daughter and granddaughter.
I'm just chilling out with my grandma, and I'm waiting for my mommy.
Okay, what's mommy doing?
She's in the mall doing some errands.
Christmas is one of the most important days of the year for us. We come together as a family when we celebrate.
Lenox Square extended their hours, staying open 9 to 9 on Super Saturday and 8 to 6 on Christmas Eve to better accommodate all the expected crowds. In Buckhead, Bridget Spencer, Atlanta News First.
All right, so you heard that. You have until 9 tonight if you still want to head out there. Also 8 to 6 tomorrow. So always just, I know what they mean, though. It's one thing to shop online, but it definitely is another to have the experience of shopping in person, actually being in the stores, seeing the mall all decorated. I get that, too. Admittedly, I'm more of an online shopper, but I do understand almost the nostalgia, if you will, of going to shop brick and mortar. So either way, your loved ones are going to be very grateful, I am sure, for the gifts that they receive. So just a reminder that you can join us at 6 tonight on Atlanta News First. You can join us again at 10 on Peachtree TV, and then at 11 on Atlanta News First. Cutter Martin, he is going to have your forecast tonight at 8 if you want to watch here at the First Alert Desk. But of course, he'll have your full forecast on TV. And if you want to keep up with any of the stories that I just mentioned, go ahead and download our app. You can get breaking news updates sent directly to your phone, or you can always go to our website, to atlantanewsfirst.com. So hopefully everyone has an enjoyable and safe holiday weekend. I'm going to end with this beautiful shot of the skyline tonight. Take care and happy holidays.